This week, we take a pop-top truck camper into the mountains for some cold weather camping. My new book, Tales from the Open Road, The Adventures and Misadventures of RV Living, is now available for sale on Amazon. During our shopping phase, we've been trying out a bunch of different campers, but we haven't tried a truck camper yet. Four-wheel campers has been on our list for a while of something we're interested in. We first saw them at Overland Expo. So we came down to Sacramento to take the Hawk flatbed model out. This is a pop-up truck camper. So we can't wait to take this out, go camping, and see what we think about it. So let's do it, let's go camping. The best part about this is they put this on a diesel truck for us. I love diesels. So looking back at our requirements for our next camper, it has to fit in a standard parking spot, comfortable place to sleep, comfortable place to work, and a nice living area inside. And this truck camper checks all of those boxes. Plus, it's a pop-up, which we've tried with the Sportsmobile, and we found we really enjoyed having the pop-up. So it's lower profile than a standard truck camper, and it's something that has really appealed to us. So we wanted to take one out for a while and see what we think, and see if it's something that would fit our lifestyle. We're at Mount Madonna County Park up in the mountains of California, and it is absolutely gorgeous up here. We're going to be camping in a tent site as opposed to an RV site because it's less expensive and we really have no need for hookups. Plus, with being as small as we are, we can fit into pretty much any standard site. That's one of the reasons why we wanted a vehicle or camper that can fit into a standard parking spot.
I'm gonna go in and get us set up.
All right. Then I'm making some coffee.
Of course you are.
Watch my head coming in. All right, well, I guess before I make coffee, I should show you around. This is the Hawk flatbed pop-up camper. Has a cassette toilet, 2 batteries, water tank in the middle, really nice sized bed that lifts up and there's storage underneath. Here's the kitchen area, stove, sink, nice sized refrigerator, and then Kate is actually sitting at the dinette. There's enough seating for 2, and that's pretty much it. What you see is what you get. This actually has the thermal pack on it because it's going to get cold tonight, and that'll help keep the cold air out. If we want to take a shower, there is an outdoor shower. And like I said, that's pretty much it. So what do you think so far of this space?
I like this space. I like that it's open. I especially like the big bed.
Yes, that is nice. It's amazing how much wider this is compared to a standard van. And I think they said the bed was 77 across, and most vans inside before you start putting the walls and everything are 69 inches side to side.
In a small space, every inch counts.
Now, if you notice, I don't have my electric grinder. I also don't have my electric kettle. We did not bring the Instant Pot. And the reason for that is this camper does not have an inverter. This particular model we're in has 2 6-volt AGM batteries, and if we wanted to plug something in, we'd actually have to plug in the shore power since there isn't an inverter. And that's actually something for us to consider because we are very focused on being off-grid, living out of this vehicle. And in order to do so, we have some pretty hungry power requirements. So, either consider an aftermarket inverter, lithium batteries in place of the AGMs, stuff like that. All things we consider whenever we're in a new camper and we're testing it out for the first time. Now, on the flip side of that, everything in here currently runs on 12 volt, so it's very efficient. There are 4 USB plugs for our phones or other devices we want to plug in, along with a 12 volt outlet. So if you have things that are 12 volt, no problem charging them in here. It's pretty much just anything that would run off 120. Now, if we were to get something like this, I think we definitely have to add an inverter, along with however many lithiums we could get in here and still make the space work for us. But I have to say, so far, being in a truck camper, it's really nice. We love the extra space and we tried out that B plus small C, and this has the width, it has plenty of headroom. I'm 5'11", if that gives you some idea of how tall the ceiling is. A big bed. It feels spacious in a very tiny footprint.
How do you feel about having propane again?
That's a mixed bag. I would like the fact of having a stove and we could bring our cast iron again and cook out of cast iron. I'm not a big fan of the kettle on the stove because I like being able to monitor the temperature. There's a gas furnace. We can try that out tonight, so that might keep us nice and warm. Gas appliances are not a bad thing. It's nice being all electric, but at the same time, gas is very efficient for what it does. Here's another thing I like. So the few times so far that Kate and I have been in here together, we don't have to do the van life shuffle anymore. We can walk past each other because there's plenty of room in this small area for us to get past one another. And that actually takes a lot of the stress of living in a small space away. Well, I'm ready to relax, have a cup of coffee, enjoy the view, and call it an evening. Oh, this is nice.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How did you sleep?
Very well, actually. This bed is extremely comfortable and it's nice and big.
Well, it's after 9 a.m.
Oh.
I've been up for a few hours.
I guess that means I should probably get up.
Only if you want to.
Yeah, I probably should. Suppose I can make myself some coffee.
All right. Well, I will turn the camera off.
Okay.
So you can get out of bed.
It's a good idea. You may want to close some of the windows too.
There is nobody here.
Okay.
We have this entire loop to ourselves.
That's the awesome thing about camping on the kind of off or shoulder seasons. Because if you can find nice weather, you can get up to places like this and have them all to yourself. It was stone quiet last night.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Got all the window shades open. Got some beautiful views.
You go from beautiful views to me in bed with no coffee. Our poor viewers.
Well, I'll let you get caffeinated.
Okay. Oh man, it's beautiful out here. I think we'd only planned to spend one night here, but considering we have the place to ourselves and it's so quiet, we may spend a few more. We have a lot of working things to get done today, so I think we'll catch up on work. I'll have my coffee, and then maybe we can figure out what else to do while we're up here. Sound good?
Yeah. I think there's a really cool hike to the Miller Ruin
Okay.
in this park. That might be nice to check out.
Yeah.
And we can go cougar hunting.
There's a literal cougar running around here, not the other kind of cougar.
Well, it's killed what? The ranger told us 12 deer
Yeah.
so far.
All right, I'm gonna go inside and finish up my coffee.
That's the entrance to the loop we're camping in. All of these sites are empty. There are quite a few sites here and we are the only ones here. We're over there in loop, or in site 305. It is very peaceful and quiet here. Do you think we'll see the mountain lion?
I doubt it, but seem to be quite a few up here.
Well, the ranger said there's one that kind of lives in this area.
Something to keep an eye out for.
All right, do you want me to make some breakfast?
Sure.
Do you want any cayenne pepper?
Sure, I'll take a little.
Oh, it came out a little fierce.
My love, that's not a little.
I'll take the one with a lot of pepper. I don't mind spicy.
How's it feel to be cooking on cast iron again?
Good. I mean, we could use the cast iron before. We just didn't because I had the Instant Pot.
Yeah.
But now that I don't have the Instant Pot, the cast iron works out well.
All right, let's go for a walk and see if we can book another night.
I have a feeling we won't have any problems. What are your thoughts so far on having a truck and a camper that's not connected? Like two separate things.
I have mixed feelings. I like having the two spaces separated. One thing that is difficult is I'm very used to, like if you have your coffee cup in the cab of a van and you forget to grab it, all you have to do is reach back in and grab it from the front. If you forget here, you have to come outside, go back in the truck and get your stuff. But at the same time, you can have two separate spaces. Like the idea you had yesterday, if we're in some place and there are a lot of bugs and mosquitoes get in there, if they're in the cab of the truck, they're not in the camper or vice versa. So, I don't know. I'm torn on it, but I do like the idea that we could potentially drop the camper, leave it someplace for an extended amount of time, and have the truck to run around places and not have to put everything away every time we want to get up and go.
Well, I like the crew cab because there's so much storage back there.
Yes, there is.
Put all the like camp chairs, hiking gear.
Yep.
Surprised how chilly it got.
I told you it was cold. It didn't get chilly. Your body just cooled down. Whatever was going on over there. I think the hot mess just came out.
I was running very hot this morning.
Okay, all set for another night. Unfortunately, since we don't have reservations, we can only book a night at a time, but I don't think we're gonna have any problems.
No. I don't even see that many campers in the first loop.
No. They do have electric hookups in that, but we don't need it, so we're good.
It is cold out there.
I feel it coming in.
I'm gonna close the shade. Last night I did this in the dark and all the bugs flew in. So. Whew.
Come on, you're letting all the cold air in.
I didn't expect it to get so cold.
I don't think either of us did. It was pretty nice yesterday.
It was, but I'm gonna put the heat on.
What are you setting it to?
I'm gonna set it to 70
Okay.
and see what happens. This heat pumps out a lot of air.
This heat pumps out a lot of air.
This heater pumps out a lot of heat. Warm air.
There we go.
Ooh. This is the perfect seat for getting warm. The closest to the heater.
Well, you know, they do have a cushion that goes there.
They do. That heat feels good. Well, what would you like to do this evening?
We still have some work to get done. We're doing some planning for 2020 and some other things. So I say we finish that, then we relax, either put a movie or something on and just hang out, enjoy the outdoors and the quiet.
I'm game. Maybe we can have a fire tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Let's leave those windows open in case the mountain lion decides to make an appearance. I can keep an eye out.
Well, after spending a few nights in the Hawk pop-up camper, Kate and I really like it. It's one of those things where it is completely different than any of the other vans we've tried out or small Class Cs, and we like the space. It is simple, it's easy to use, there's a lot of room inside. The cab of the truck actually provides a lot of room, plus you get storage behind those front seats. Since this is a crew cab, that might be a good option for us, along with having a second space. So earlier today, I actually went into the cab of the truck and I was working from there while Kate was in the camper itself. So even in a small space, we can have our own areas, which is kind of nice. Otherwise, there's a lot to love about this. Of course, there are some downsides. Like you can't go from the cab of the truck into the camper. You actually have to go outside. If it's raining or if you're in some sort of emergency situation, that could pose some problems. You know, I don't think it's as easy to drop a camper as we initially thought. So it might be something that lives on the truck full time unless we're gonna be someplace for long periods of time. You know, there are always compromises, especially with a space this small. But so far, we really like the idea and the concept of having a flatbed truck camper. I don't know if a slide-in camper is necessarily the best thing for us. Something like this would probably be a better option for what we're looking to do. So that is really it for our shopping series. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to see more cool content, head on over to our website, we'retherussos.com, and make sure to sign up for the newsletter. We'll see you next time. Bye.